Hey guys, Microsoft Sam here with an important announcement. This announcement is with regard to many things, especially comments. And no, it has nothing to do with comments that my boss finds unacceptable. Let me explain. Up until at least this video had been uploaded, this whole channel isn't connected to a brand account. I know what you're thinking, what does that have to do with comments? Well, in order to answer this question, there's a huge explanation for this, so brace yourselves. The Cool Dude 503 TTS channel wasn't the only channel that was not connected to a brand account. My boss's Cool Dude 503 channel was also not connected to a brand account. Not anymore. But little did my boss knew that moving a channel from a personal account to a brand account causes a major ripple effect in some features, including comments, so to speak. Please note that this was the first time my boss had ever done this. Sometime after the Cool Dude 503 channel had been moved to a brand account, my boss had noticed that the comments he left before the account transition shows a generic silhouette as the profile picture, as well as the absence of a username/display name, as seen here. Strange, I know. Even worse, despite having the option to delete the comment, that option doesn't really work after the fact. It'll only work if one removes their own comments before transitioning to a brand account. The point I'm trying to make here is that all those comments that my boss had made under this channel will be deleted prior to moving to a brand account. But don't worry, just before he deletes them, he will take a screenshot of all those comments. Furthermore, there will most likely be a video that showcases a selection of these comments. Now, as you can imagine, some of these comments that my boss had made were replies to comments that you had left on these videos. Depending on what was said in your comment, if you know for sure that you've left at least one comment and my boss replied to it or them, let me know which voice you want your comment to be read with. Otherwise, either my boss or I will be reading them, depending on whether or not I feel like reading them. Obviously, my boss doesn't have time to ask everyone that he replied to on his videos, so if you didn't request a specific voice to read your comment or comments, please don't go whining like how those damn kids whine about their error requests not getting featured. Fun fact, some of you may not be aware of this, but back before this channel had existed, my boss was into text-to-speech videos even back then, so there will be a part 2 of that video. I know you're probably not going to believe in the thing about silhouette profile pic and the absence of the username/display name, but if you go to the discussion tab of this channel, take a look at the comment that was posted there. In the meantime, you can expect to get replies from the side channel, since it's already connected to a brand account. Those comments aren't going anywhere. Although some of you on Twitter may already know this, but if you end up finding another channel by the same name as this channel, but with no videos and maybe a few subscribers, if not none at all, please know that this is not an imposter channel. This is part of the brand account that my boss needs in order to move to a brand account. There's no other way. So, that brand account is merely a placeholder until the transition takes place. Once my boss moves this channel to that brand account, that empty channel claiming to be Cool Dude 503 TTS will be deleted, hence why creating a new channel/brand account is necessary. Fun fact, although you may not notice it, there is a small difference in the user avatar. The word productions, as in 503 TTS Productions, was made smaller just so that everything fits in the avatar in situations when the avatar was shaped like a circle. I'd prefer square avatars, damn you Google and Twitter. I know you're probably wondering, why is this so important to us? I'll get to that in a bit, but there's one more thing I want to explain. Going back to where I said how moving a channel to a brand account causes a major ripple effect in some features. For whatever reason, subscriptions as well as liked videos, also the watch history, but thankfully my boss had already taken care of that issue this time, do not appear to carry over to the brand account. Well, it seemed to appear that way in the case of subscriptions. Long story short, my boss ended up having to resubscribe via the brand account and unsubscribe via the personal/Google account. There's more to this, but I'll spare you the potentially confusing details. Also, going through every liked video was extremely tedious, especially after the switch. Also a long story. So what's ultimately going to happen is that, unfortunately, my boss will have to unsubscribe from the channels he's been subscribed to, but only temporarily, just to avoid any problems with subscriptions. So, to the 3 people that my boss is subscribed to, namely NKRS200, the ever-popular Thunderbirds 101, and Snake Spider Scorpion, if you are listening out there, just understand that the loss of just one of your subscribers is only temporary. Any subscriber purges that may occur at that time are entirely coincidental. So, back to the question, why is the moving of this channel to a brand account so important? Well, after learning that it's possible to move brand accounts to different Google accounts, my boss, after thinking long and hard about it, has decided to move the channel to a new email address. He made this decision for reasons he doesn't want to disclose publicly. You can, however, send my boss a private message either via YouTube, see the pinned comment below in how to go about that, or, if you can, via DM on Twitter. One more thing I should mention, channels. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you that my boss had launched another channel, and it's called the Archives channel. This is basically where you'll find old updates and more miscellaneous stuff. More information regarding this channel will be provided in the first video uploaded specifically to said channel. And for those of you who are subscribed to Cool Dude 503, remember this.
As soon as episode 4 gets uploaded, this video will be deleted, and will be re-uploaded to the text-to-speech side channel for archival purposes.
Well, my boss has decided not to re-upload it to the side channel. So instead he'll re-upload it to the Archives channel once my boss finally gets Microsoft's Sam vs. Mac Alex episode 4 posted to the Cool Dude 503 channel, which I know he needs to get started in, but even with that in mind, there are other things that he has to do first. And now, there's something that's been on my boss's mind for a while now. If you've been watching these videos for a long time, you may or may not recall seeing my boss's comments that contain words in quotes, followed by a hyphen and a text-to-speech character's name. My boss has been considering making individual channels for a bunch of text-to-speech characters for a while now. There will be a list of characters my boss wants to consider making channels for in the description below, myself included. But I have several questions regarding this matter. 1. Do you think my boss has gone overboard with having too many channels in the first place? 2. Is this a bad idea? 3. Does this technically violate the YouTube terms of service in any way? 4. If my boss ends up doing this, should he make channels every once in a while? For example, once a month? Let me know in the comments below. If my boss ever decides to actually do this, keep in mind that he's only doing it just for fun. No pressure, but if no one answers any of these questions, my boss won't create those channels and that's totally fine by him. But anyway, this is Microsoft Sam, signing off.